Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading. Thank you all so much for being here. So, today we're going to be doing message cards only. This is a general reading, so please take whatever resonates and let go of whatever does not. And this is also a timeless reading, so when you find this reading, it is meant for you. Okay? Angel spirits and guides, what is the overall message that we have for Sagittarius? Angel spirits and guides, what is the overall message that we have for Sagittarius? Angel spirits and guides, what is the overall message that we have for Sagittarius? Okay. We have everyone has value. Yes. So your life matters. You're valuable. Okay. Your life is valuable. It has meaning. Even if you feel it doesn't, this is to remind you that there is value in your life. You're meant to be here and to not lose sight of that. The impact that you have, you may not recognize or realize. The impact you have on your own self, on your impact on others. But there is value in you, value in your life. It's a good overall energy. Okay. Angel spirits and guys, let's get deeper into this. I love this overall energy card. Everyone has value. You have value, Sagittarius. Angel spirits and guides, what are the messages that we have for Sagittarius? Okay. Yeah, you need to definitely shift your perspective because I feel like you are not feeling valuable at this time. You're feeling low about yourself. You're questioning yourself. The insecurities are showing up. So this is a time of shifting your perspective and gaining clarity and understanding and realigning how you feel about yourself. This is a period of you overcoming your obstacles, Sagittarius, because I feel like you're needing to work on your self-worth and self-value. How do you feel about yourself? And if it's not good, to overcome those obstacles and to heal. I find this to be a very difficult situation for you, Sagittarius. You're really struggling with realizing your own value. But I do feel like the way you're going to be able to do this is to manifest. Thoughts bring, thoughts become things, excuse me. Thoughts becomes things. So how you think about yourself. If you're thinking negatively, if you feel you're not valuable, then that's how you're going to be and feel. That's how you're going to, walk around with your head held low instead of held high. So I feel like your way of dealing with your value on self is to changing your mindset, changing your thoughts. That is the first step. Affirming positivity, affirming your value. And this is a process, it's a day-to-day thing. It's something you have to do every single day to shift your perspective. So I definitely feel like changing your thought will change how you feel about your value. Because I feel like for you, you don't feel valuable at this time. And I don't know if that's from life experiences, from people that you've dealt with, but there's been a shift in the value that you feel for yourself. So you're being encouraged to realign. And in order to overcome these obstacles, change your thinking. Okay? Change your thinking. Easier said than done, I know, but it's a day to day thing, right? So it's about every single day, maybe writing down on some sticky notes and placing them in some space in your home and reading them aloud every day. These affirmations that have a positive outlook on the value of who you are as an individual, speaking those out every single day, that will shift your perspective, that will shift your thoughts. It will, but you have to do it daily. You know what I mean? It takes nothing. It takes seconds just to read them and to go about your day. And then wake up the next morning and do it again. Look online, look on Pinterest, look on YouTube, look on, Google some affirmations about value of self, and then write them down on some sticky notes, put them in your notepad on your phone if that's what you want to do. Speak them out every day. Angel spirits and guides, what are the messages that we have for Sagittarius? Affirmations are so powerful. I do them every single day, and I see the changes in myself. I feel like you lack in how you feel about yourself in terms of your beauty or how you feel about if you're handsome or not or beautiful or not. You're struggling with your self-image, I feel like, for some of you. But you are beautiful, you are handsome. Okay, you are charming, graceful, kind-hearted, but I feel like you're struggling with your outer appearance and how you feel about how you look. There's some insecurities that you have there. Okay. But then you're having some realizations, and I feel like the realizations will come as you manifest, as you affirm. You'll have these epiphanies. You'll shift your perspective on self. And I feel like for those of you who are struggling with your physical appearance, do things and change some things up with your look if you're not happy with it, and just experiment and see what you would like better for hairstyles, or changing up your skincare routine, or changing up a couple of new outfits that make you feel more attractive or handsome. Like, change some things that will definitely ignite you to feel better about yourself. Maybe it's time for some changes that will make you feel good. Maybe changing your hair color, changing your hairstyle, and doing this for yourself. I'm not saying this doing this for anybody, but for you. Sometimes it's good to refresh our looks. It makes us feel good. I plan to do it this fall. Buy some new clothes, change up my look a little bit, you know. So if there are some aspects of yourself that are struggling with your physical self, definitely do some things to make yourself feel good. Change some things up a little bit, okay? I feel like for a lot of you, you daydream and fantasize about yourself being a better version of yourself. That's a part of manifesting, right? That's a part of manifesting, is to see it in your mind's eye. So that's a form of manifestation. So maybe visualizing yourself in the way you would like to see yourself. And then as you continue to visualize, as you continue to affirm, as you continue to change your thoughts, the realization comes in, right? And you start to shift your perspective and start to feel better about you. Angel spirits and guides, what are the messages that we have for Sagittarius? So these are some of the tools, right, that you can utilize. Okay. So, Bo, receiving what you need. So, yeah, I do see you being able to receive what you need, overcoming this obstacle of lack of value for self. I see you moving past this. I see you progressing, arriving to feeling better about you with the manifestation practices that you're going to, tap into if that resonates for you. Okay. And then I do see someone liking you. I feel like as you level up, you're more confident, you feel good about yourself, you feel like you're more beautiful, more attractive, more handsome. That will attract in someone here that's going to see that confidence in you, and come towards you and express their liking of you. Okay. Yeah, someone's going to be watching and looking at you, Sagittarius. As you level up, as you start to feel better about you, other people will feel that energy and they want to come near you. Okay. Angel spirits and guides, what are the messages that we have for Sagittarius? Angel spirits and guides, what are the messages that we have for Sagittarius? Okay, let's see what we have. Yeah, you're needing time to reflect. Reflect on yourself. This will give you clarity. Self reflection provides clarity and allows for you to really truly understand who you are, heal the sides of yourself that you do feel insecure about, remove those insecurities, heal them, be a better version of yourself. Mend your broken heart. I feel like your heart's broken because you're struggling with yourself, right? And you want to fix how you feel about you. Starts with you, and that's what you want to do. I do feel like you have some regrets here. I feel like the regrets is what makes you feel less valuable. Maybe you have regrets off of what path you've taken into life. Maybe you feel like you're behind, which you're not, but you may feel like I should be at this point in my life. But life is a journey. We have very little control over when things happen. We can work very hard toward our goals, to wanting to have, that dream job, marriage, kids, but it's like our time is divine. The divine time is when it's supposed to be. We want to choose when that is, but it's not necessarily always up to us. Divine timing, is at play, is at work. The things you want will come in divine timing, but maybe you wanted things sooner, so therefore you have a lot of regrets. You kick yourself a lot about not being at certain places at certain periods of your life, but it's not about that. It's not what life is about, and divine timing is always at play. Okay. So don't beat yourself up. It's not over. The goals you want to achieve are still there in front of you, to be gained, to be had. But right now, I feel the important thing for you is to heal the self value that you have. The lack of it right now is not something that, will allow for you to be confident in every area of your life. So you're going to definitely, need to work on manifesting, changing your thoughts, visualizing and affirming, the things that you want to feel about self, and that will materialize in due time. Consistency is key. Okay. So I hope the messages has resonated for you, Sagittarius. If it did, hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I thank you all so much for being here. And until next time, be blessed.